Hi, I'm Meaghan from Duffy Health Center, and tonight I'm going to be reading This Is How We Do It, One Day in the Lives of 7 Kids from Around the World by Matt LaMothe. This is me. My name is Romeo, and I'm called Mio. I'm 8 years old, and I live in Italy. My name is Kei, and I'm called Kei-chan. I'm 9 years old, and I'm from Japan. My name is Daphne, and I'm called Abwuli. I'm 7 years old, and I live in Uganda. My name is Oleg, and I'm called Olezka. I'm 8 years old, and I live in Russia. My name is Robaldo, and I'm called Pirineo. I'm 11 years old, and I live in Peru. My name is Ananya, and I'm called Anu. I'm 8 years old, and I live in India. My name is Kian. I'm 7 years old, and I live in Iran. This is where I live. In Russia, I live in a second-floor apartment in Uccelli, a mining town near the Ural Mountains. I live in a house my father built in Peru, in Los Naranjos, a village in the Amazon rainforest. In Japan, I live in a house in the metropolis of Tokyo, one of the largest cities in the world. I live in a second-floor apartment in the city of Gorgan, close to the Caspian Sea, in Iran. In Uganda, I live in a house made of wood and mud in the village of Kanyawara. In Italy, I live in a house in the village of Cadronagno with a vineyard in my backyard. And in India, I live in a first-floor apartment in the northern city of Haridwar along the fast-flowing Ganges River. This is who I live with. In Iran, I live with my mom, Masa, my dad, Mohammed, and my little brother, Aaron. In India, I live with my mom, Shivi, my dad, Mohit, and my younger sister, Anika. In Peru, I live with my mom, Sophia, my dad, Azayas, my younger brothers, Nezer and Eber, and my little sister, Nada. I also have 4 older siblings who don't live with us. In Japan, I live with my mom, Yuki, my dad, Dai, and my younger sister, Nao. In Italy, I live with my mom, Francesca, my dad, Oscar, my big brother, Ugo, and my older sister, Mila. In Uganda, I live with my mom, Beatrice, my dad, Peter, and my older brother, Roger. And in Russia, I live with my mom, Katya, my dad, Albert, and my younger brother, Artem. This is what I wear to school. In Japan, I choose my own clothes for school. I like striped dresses and fancy socks. In Iran, I wear a uniform that has a jacket with a built-in shirt collar. In Italy, I wear different clothes every day, but my favorite is the dinosaur sweater. We don't have a uniform in Peru. I usually wear trousers, a t-shirt, and a belt with a lion buckle. In Russia, boys are required to wear a black suit, a white shirt, and a tie, but I get to pick out the socks. In India, my uniform includes a special ID card that I wear like a necklace. And in Uganda, we all dress in red t-shirts and green shorts for school. This is what I eat for breakfast. In Iran, I have barbari bread, eggs, feta cheese, walnuts, and tea with sugar. In Peru, I have fried rice with chicken and peppers, sliced boiled plantains, and hot milk. In Uganda, I have matok with meat, bread, eggs, and milk. In Italy, I have toast with Nutella spread, a cup of egg yolks mixed with sugar and milk, and tea. In India, I have paneer paratha with tomato chutney and milk. And in Russia, I have oat kasha with milk and butter, farmer cheese, bread, and apple juice. In Japan, I have rice with furikake, miso soup, grilled cod, and an orange wedge. This is how I go to school. In Russia, I walk past large apartment buildings, a mosque, a church, cats basking in the sun, and Mount Iramel, far in the distance. In Japan, I walk by myself along the city streets, past houses and shops. I smell roasting coffee beans from a cafe and say, "Ohayo gozaimasu" to the crossing guards. In Peru, I walk next to the main road with my younger brother and sister, sometimes stopping to buy a snack of sweet bread from a fruit stand. In Iran, my mom or dad drives me in our car. We zoom past construction sites, office buildings, and people going to work. In Uganda, I walk for half an hour with friends along a path past bicyclists and groves of eucalyptus and banana trees. In Italy, I ride a school bus past rivers and canyons, grapes and olive fields, and sometimes I spot a shepherd and his sheep. In India, my mom drives me and my friends in a van through the busy streets, past hotels, shops, and the cows that freely roam the roads. This is my teacher. I call my teacher Evelyn in Uganda. She's been teaching for 8 years. In India, I call my teacher Arti Bafla Ma'am. She's been teaching for 4 years. I call my teacher Svetlana Anatolevna in Russia. She's been teaching for 36 years. In Peru, I call my teacher Professor Pedro. He's been teaching for 26 years. In Japan, I call my teacher Sensei. She's been teaching for 12 years. In Italy, I call my teacher Luisa. She's been teaching for 20 years. And in Iran, I call my teacher Kanum Malem. She's been teaching for 6 years. This is how we learn. In India, we study general awareness and we value education, as well as subjects like math, Hindi, and English. In Japan, we all wear white indoor slippers and are in charge of cleaning our classroom every day. We study ethics as well as math, science, and Japanese. In Peru, our school is very small, so the 14 kids in the 5th and 6th grades study in the same room. We have different subjects each day, and our school ends at 1 o'clock. In Russia, I study 3 languages: Russian, English, and Bashkir. I'm in class with the same kids and the same teacher from 1st through 4th grades. In Uganda, I study at a private school far from home, so I stay with my grandma, who has a house nearby. There are 69 boys and girls in my class, and we study math, reading, writing, and religion. In Iran, I go to an all-boys school. We study reading and writing in Farsi, math, science, and the Quran. And in Italy, we do many activities outside the classroom, like visit parks and forests, go to museums in other cities, and put on a musical at the end of the year. We have school from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock. This is how I spell my name. In Russia, I write in Russian, using the Cyrillic alphabet. In Iran, I write in Farsi, using the Persian alphabet. In Peru, I write in Spanish, using the Latin alphabet. In Japan, I write in Japanese, using kanji characters. In India, I write in Hindi, using the Devanagari alphabet. In Uganda, I write in Rutoro and English, using the Latin alphabet. And in Italy, I write in Italian, using the Latin alphabet. This is what I eat for lunch. In Peru, I have white rice, beans, fried plantains, and coffee. In Iran, I have adas polo, fresh greens and herbs, salad with tomato, cucumber, onion, and lime juice, and water. In Russia, I have barley kasha with butter, an open-faced sandwich with cheese, and tea with sugar. In India, I have chapati, okra, a chocolate cookie, and water. In Japan, I have rice with chicken katsu, soup with cucumber, tofu, and seaweed, salad, and milk. In Italy, I have ravioli with sage and cheese and water. Uganda, I have matoke with tomato sauce and water. This is how I play. In Uganda, I like to jump rope with my friends from school. In Russia, I play hockey with my team almost every day after school. In Italy, I have rock throwing contests in the hills behind my house. In India, I gather with all my friends in the park to play rumal, chore, or hanky thief. In Japan, I play kori oni, or freeze tag, with friends on the playground behind my house. In Iran, I go horseback riding with my friends at the nearby stable. And in Peru, I play soccer with my 2 brothers and nephew on a field by the main road. This is how I help. In Uganda, I sweep the courtyard with a broom. In India, I hang wet laundry on the clothesline to dry. In Italy, I feed our 4 cats and some wild ones that come to the backyard. In Iran, I help take care of my little brother. In Peru, I help tend to the cornfields on our family farm. In Russia, I vacuum the floors and the rugs. And in Japan, I help cook dinner. This is how we eat dinner. In Iran, on weekends, we all have dinner together, but on weekdays, it's just my mom, my little brother, and me. We eat in the kitchen around 9 o'clock, a dinner of grilled chicken salad with tomato and cucumbers, yogurt, and bread with water to drink. In Russia, we all eat together in the kitchen around 6 o'clock. It's a meal of salad, mashed potatoes, cutletti with cheese sauce, and bread. For dessert, my mom serves oladyi with condensed milk, cookies, and black tea. In Italy, sometimes during the week, my family eats separately, but we always eat together on the weekends. We gather at the kitchen table around 8 o'clock to eat lasagna with ragu bolognese and bechamel sauce. We drink peach iced tea and water. In Uganda, my brother, mom, housemaid, and I usually eat dinner around 10 o'clock at night at our big wooden table. We have matoke with G-nut sauce and milk to drink. In Japan, I eat with my parents and little sister in the dining room around 7 o'clock. Our typical meal is fried salmon with tartar sauce, rice, salad with apples, cucumbers, and tuna, tofu, miso soup, and milk or water to drink. In India, my whole family eats together around 9 o'clock in our dining room. We have chutney, carrots, and potatoes, chapati, and yogurt with water to drink. In Peru, my entire family gathers around 7 o'clock to eat a dinner of white rice, boiled yuca, and stewed chicken with coffee to drink. This is what I do in the evening. In Russia, I play chess with my dad. In India, my sister and I play a board game called Carom. In Uganda, I relax with my family. And in Iran, I watch cartoons on TV. In Italy, I work on model cars with my dad. In Peru, I help my brother with his homework. And in Japan, my mom and I read together mystery books. This is where I sleep. In Italy, I sleep in my own room on a wooden bed with a down blanket I use only during the winter. In Peru, I sleep on wood planks with 3 folded blankets for padding next to my sister. In Iran, I sleep on my own room on a bed with my favorite blanket. In Japan, I sleep on a futon on the floor next to my sister. In India, I sleep on a huge bed next to my sister and parents. In Russia, I sleep on a lofted bed in a room that I share with my younger brother. And in Uganda, I sleep on a wooden bed under a mosquito net in a room that I share with my parents. This is my night sky. We all share the same sky. And at the end of this book, this is the picture that includes all of the families that the characters are based on. They're all real families from around the world. Thank you for joining me in the reading of This Is How We Do It, One Day in the Lives of 7 Kids from Around the World.